everybody. I got off work early. I'm tremendously busy. I'll give a few minutes to let people log on. Breaking news. Thank you, Mark O'Reilly. I guess you and Ivy also have some news for me about the 16,000. I'll have to see what that's about. Hopefully you guys will chime in here. I'm driving a little hard to look at comments, but we'll see. But breaking news, Rudy Giuliani, just like I said, he's not the only one. There are many lawyers in the United States attached to Donald Trump's fake cases on voter fraud. I know you all don't want to hear it, but I told you all those lawyers, and I'm no lawyer. I'm also in the New York bar, welcomed in. They thought I was a lawyer. I told them, look, I'm not a lawyer. I work with the best experts in the world. They assumed the people I'm hanging out with, how would I be in with the top Supreme Justices around the world, top lawyers, professors of law around the world, and not be a lawyer? It's because I study tremendously hard, and I went on a mission. I'm fortunate. God gave me one talent that I could read. I could take vast amounts of information, and I could process it. I could get through it. I've done really well. I have many doctorates all around the world in law. The reality is all those lawyers were frauded by none other than Donald Trump. I'm sorry, everybody. I'm sorry you don't like to hear that. His case has had zero, I repeat, zero exhibits. I read them all. I ate them all. Read every single one painfully, time and time again. Not only did he try to break the Constitution, he tried to defraud the American people out of democracy, if you'd like to call it that. He took his American Constitution and he shit all over it. That's reality. There's no justification for any president of the United States to ever do that. I'm sorry. Donald Trump was my favorite president. I followed him for over 8 years, a hell of a lot longer than most Americans. When they were making fun of the man, I was reading all his books. I went behind him. And for the first several years of his administration, at least 3, he was top notch. It was harder when he lost House in midterms. Still held Senate. Now the Senate's slightly flipped with Vice President of the Democrats in charge of split votes. They're still strong, but he did a lot of damage. You don't break the rule of law, people. You don't trick tens of millions of Americans, many millions of conservative Canadians, a lot of my loyal followers. Not on my watch. I took the abuse. I took over 1,400 die bastard die and everything else. But I stood my ground and I told the truth. Kelly Knight Crafts, my friend. Mike Pence, get to see all the notifications on him. And I also have the very fortune of Mitch McConnell, whom we all ran down. I stood my ground with Mitch too. Mitch gave me several seconds with his top interns many times. I'm very fortunate for being a Canadian. I'm also in with the New York bar. That post I did, that sent waves. They invited me in. I've spent 2 sessions with New York bar, and I'm not a lawyer. They thought I was. I told them I'm not, and I never professed to be. But I'm still invited. I get all the inside scoop. I'm involved in a lot of stuff in the United States of America. That's reality. I'm all over the world. People may not like that, but the reality is I'm a tremendously hard worker. I read, I work hard, and a lot of those American academics, top of the world, will tell you one thing about me. So I may not be eatable with everybody's politics, but I work tremendously hard and I get it right, no matter what people think, and I'm no populist. I bring the truth. Wherever that leads me, that's the truth. I don't make this world. I don't make the Americans. I don't make the Russians. I don't make the Chinese. I don't make the French, and I don't make the UK. but I learn each and every day, and I work hard for all Canadians. I don't believe in left and right. I believe that that's used to divide Canadians. I believe that we are absolutely autocracy, and I bring the truth of that. That's reality. Now, Donald Trump's going to escape any kind of harm at all, but there are a lot of people who loved him and believed in him and went down with the ship, so to speak. Second-class citizens, American lawyers. Giuliani's not the only one. There are many more going down. And unfortunately, conspiracy groups have drug them with them. They're all going down. All those loyal firms who were loyal with Donald Trump, and in the end were left holding the bag, they're the ones who eat it. Now, it's their fault, ultimately. They trusted Donald Trump. He kept telling them, don't worry, I got investigators, I got billions of dollars. Don't worry, take these millions of dollars. I'm going to deliver. And they chose, with their bar in hand in the United States of America, to trust Donald Trump. And now they're the sacrificial lambs, all to feed his need for revenge, his anger, his rage. Now, some of it might be justified, but hear me and hear me good. Hear me good. Donald Trump knew the Constitution. He was advised. I said it. The states have the power over elections individually. I'm sorry if you can't win Democrat states. That's just the way it is. You don't have a right to drag a lot of good people down in the dirt, ruin their lives, leave them holding the bag. Rudy Giuliani is going to go down as the son of a bitch. And you know what? All because he believed in Donald Trump and he stayed loyal. I saw it coming, folks. November, I stated it time and time again. Many people called me all kinds of names, even worse. I ate it. I forgive and let live. I lost a lot of followers at that time. I've gained tremendous amounts more, and still people refuse to see the truth. Truth is coming, people, and I'm going to deliver it. A third-class citizen, an impossible feat, because that's what Albertans do. We do impossible things when the chips are down. That's my ancestry. That's the people I come from in Alberta. When you're left beaten, left for dead, you rise up and you deliver unbelievably impossible things that 9,000 out of 999 people would bet against you. That's what we do. That's Alberta way. Third class style. And I ain't done by a long shot. We're going to keep going. Now, I don't know. I'm going to look through and see if Mark O'Reilly's on. I hope he is. I'm going to see what the notice is. But I'm getting back to the church. I got a tremendous amount of work, and I got off early for that. And I only have 3 hours and 50 minutes left. Okay, Mark says, Public Safety Minister Bill announced today that the 3%ers and Aryan strike force will be joined alongside the Proud Boys who were at it in February after storming the Capitol. Yeah, 3%'s a bad way to go. It's awful. I'm not going to bite into that. The other groups are the other groups, but I'm not going to dismiss the 3%ers. I can't do it. I'm not going to go against the United States of America or the Second Amendment. I'm constitutional in everything I do. 3% is illegal in Canada, but not in the United States of America. Now, they better have some pretty strong evidence. And I don't see it. 3% is libertarian. All those families, they tried to put me on a racial watch list. I'm no racist. Again, I'm constitutional. I'm not going to justify Proud Boys. I don't. And their actions. Aryan nations, I'm not with any of that. But I'm not going to throw the 3%ers from the United States of America under the bus. And I mean, they want to go after guns. It's not constitutional to do that. And it's not constitutional to go after 3%ers. I can tell you all that, just as I'm telling you all right now. The Giuliani got booted, as I said before. I also predicted the Supreme Court judgments, multiple. I broke the news on that. I'm a member of the New York Bar, even though I don't have a law degree. I'm allowed inside their inner circle forum, and I've been inside the Supreme Court of the United States of America. 2 justices so far. I've been in the EU with the EU's top justices. That's pretty good for a dirty welder, third-class citizen from Canada. And I've been asked several times, what do you want? I want freedom, liberty, and justice. And I won't rest and I will deliver. And I am rule of law. I've mastered international law. I've mastered the United States of America, its Constitution, and all 50 states' constitutions. I have no interest in messing around with the United States. I know the international law of sovereignty or any other country. But when it comes to my country and international law binding, I will go to all those countries. I'm no traitor. I am a man who practices and lives by the sword of justice and international law and domestic law. And I will change Canada for the better. And there's nothing anybody can do about it. I do want to know what the 16,000 was said, Mark. What are they saying there? I don't have any notices on it. It's my group, but I do know there's been lunatic posts here and there. I've warned everybody. I mean, I get my warnings too. We'll see what C10 is going to do about that. But I promise you all, as I show you on YouTube, I know the law. I know the Supreme Court of Canada judgments. I know precedent law. And I know the Superior Court of Alberta's judgments. And I post that on YouTube as a fine example for all of you. Even though the evil autocrat Jason Kenney has passed bills and legislation breaking rule of law, the motherfucker's a disgrace, a dirty son of a bitch, and isn't anything about rule of law. He's an autocrat, filthy, using his divine power, his godlike power of divinity, to take away everything from the people of Canada, specifically Alberta, and even overstepping the charter as he has, passing bills that breach the Supreme Court's rulings and the Superior Court of Alberta's rulings. That motherfucker's a son of a bitch, and I can say that. There's no C10 to stop me. And keep fucking around, Justin Trudeau and Jason Kenney, because I promise you, it will be you who's going to be going for justice, not me. That's reality. Share, people. This is real. There's nothing you filthy autocrats can do about it. And keep hammering. Keep hammering. Because I promise you, the world's watching, assholes. You're done. All of you, from every party, you sick genocidal motherfuckers, are done. We're going to rise up and take you out. And I don't mean kill you. I mean bring you to real justice. Real justice. It's coming quick. And you can laugh, you can all laugh, and people can tell me, Bill of Rights, oh, the Charter, and all these filthy genocidal maniac autocrats post-52. It's all bullshit, people. I'm the master. That's reality. You think these people all around the world are inviting and joining with me and following me because I weld real good? I make great videos on Facebook with a very low following. You think they're all following me and inviting me to the world stage because of all that? Or is it because there's a little bit more to me than meets the eye? And I've done some pretty amazing things that many would say are impossible. But I make them possible. Because I got heart and I got determination, I got grit. I'm a real Albertan. That's reality. Thanks all. Have a great day, and I guess message me after, but I got to get back to work here, guys. Home in 15. I got 3.5 hours left to try and win at least one bishop, one archbishop. It's not looking good, but I'll die trying anyway, best I can. And by 7 p.m., stay tuned for my next live, and I'll let you know the results, and I'll give you all the public presentation I gave to the Canadian bishops and archbishops. And yes, it's possible still over the weekend, but by Monday morning, if not, you can all be stay tuned for my Canada Day burning of my Roman Catholic Church Bible and all my official sacraments. You all get to stay tuned for that. There's no way I'm going down with a bunch of pedophiles and joining in that. There's no way. That's not, the Church of Jesus Christ is inside me. It's not a a building of gold, that's for sure. And I'll follow St. Thomas all the way. Thanks, everybody. Share, share, share. It's all true, real, and I ain't going down with C10. Justin Trudeau and the rest of them are going down. If it's not Monday, it's going to be in the next 2 years. But I promise you the process is going to happen. And I'm front and center on it, whether people want to believe that or not. I was front and center in the truth on Giuliani. Now you all see it. Reality check. And guess who's in the New York bar? Not only am I from Canada and I'm no American, I also don't have a law degree. But they sure take a keen interest in what I've got to say. I'm invited every week that I want to be there. Every week. And I'm sponsored by Biden and his administration, just as I was with the Trump administration. Looks like I'm no joke after all. Thanks, everybody. God bless. Have a great day.